Having transformed more than 250 plus organizations and more than 75,000 people, we would like to share with you the secret to their successful transformation. Transpower Your Life is a series of programs that will power you to transform any aspect of your life and become what you want to be. Welcome to Transpower Your Life with me, Malcolm Stephens. In this episode of Transpower Your Life, I'm going to share with you Genesis of transformation. Where does transformation actually begin? In the previous sessions, I had told you what is Transpower Your Life, the power to transform. We spoke about what's the difference between change and transformation. And now let's see, where does transformation actually begin? Where does transformation actually begin in ourselves? It all begins in our mind. Mind is very powerful. And these days, lot of people, lot of debates are all about mind, that we need to change our mind. And everything begins in our thoughts, which happen in our mind. So what is mind? And what's the difference between brain and mind? When I go to meet children in schools or in other places, and when I talk about transformation and I tell them the genesis of transformation happens in your mind, they ask me a question, where is mind? Because most schools and most teachers don't tell children that what is mind and how do you use your mind. So in simple terms, to little children, I talk about brain and mind in these terms. That brain is the hardware and mind is the software of your brain. So brain is your hardware and mind is the software of your brain. So when we talk about transformation, we say the genesis of transformation or the beginning of transformation happens in your mind. And how powerful is the mind and how well we take care of it, it depends on us. And if mind is a software, why is it that everybody doesn't transform? It's because the way we program our mind and the software which we carry in our brain, that is our mind, how do we use it and what do we do with it? There are some people who still carry the factory fitted or the mind which they got when they were small or when they were born, they still carry that mind and that software with them. And there are some people whose software, the mind, gets corrupted with virus and they go around doing crazy things because their mind is now corrupt and they don't have an antivirus running to take care of the virus in their mind. And there are a lot of people who go around updating their mind, updating their software, and thereby they are all set to transform their thoughts and transform it in their mind and take them to a different level. Now let me give you a simple example. Because I always say the mind is like a dog. Now if you see, you all know what's a dog. Okay, that cute little thing with a waggy tail. I mean, it's fun to see them around. And some people, they have dogs as pets in their house. Now every morning, these guys have to do something. They need to take the dog out for a walk. Now if you look at people who take their dogs out for a walk, you will find there are two categories of people. One, you find that the dog is actually pulling the owner and taking him. Now, if you ask this guy, the owner, the gentleman, what are you doing? He says that I'm taking my dog for a walk. Actually, who is taking home for a walk? The dog is pulling the owner. The dog is taking the owner for a walk. And in the second case, you will have owners who are in control of the dog and they lead the dog and they take the dog for a walk. Mind is exactly like this dog. If you have an untrained mind, the mind will take you for a walk. You're sitting and watching television very comfortably at home and suddenly you see the picture of a boss or some work which has not been completed and your entire mood changes because the mind has taken you somewhere where you actually didn't want to be. Or you are very happy in life and the mind suddenly says, hey, why are you so happy in life? Why are you not unhappy? And then you start wondering, yes, I'm not unhappy. You go and pick a fight with somebody and you hunt for some problem and now the mind is relaxed. They say, yeah, you finally found some problem. So a mind which is not trained, it's like a dog who is taking the owner for a walk. But you reverse it. If you train your mind and if you train the mind like you train a dog and ensure the mind works for you, then you are in control of your mind. And that's what mind is all about. The mind is very powerful, but you need to train it. You need to ensure that you need to train your mind and use your mind and make it work for you. And why people don't transform is primarily because they don't know the genesis of transformation. Once you understand the genesis of transformation and you see that every aspect of transformation starts with a thought, and that thought happens in your mind, and you stretch your mind like you did in the previous episode. You blew the balloon, you burst the balloon, you took it to a different dimension. The same thing happens to your mind. Get the thought in your mind and expand the thought, stretch it and take it to a new dimension from where you'll never become what you were. So to become what you want to be and to start the entire process of using Transpower to transform and be what you want to be, change and transform everything which you think and stretch it to an extent where you transform your thoughts and your mind and you become what you want to be. Transpower Your Life with Malcolm Stephens will happen again in the next session, where we talk about new things and how we can actually evolve and be what you want to be.